It's your girl Cleopatra.
I'm Ashley.
And this is Kyle.
And this is Convos with Cleo. Okay, so I brought my good Judies back, Ashley and Kyle.
AKC.
I was talking to a guy at work, and he let me know about a situation he found himself in. And I thought it'd be very interesting to bring my good friends on and see what their thoughts on that situation are. So here goes. So, he's a man. He is in his mid-30s, just to give you an idea of where we are in life. He was out with his boys at a lounge, and they had a live jazz band that night. And there was this girl who was the lead singer. And as soon as he saw her, he lit up. She had dreads that he liked. She was very pretty, melanin tone. Her voice was melodic. He was all in. The way she carried herself, her outfit, everything was great. So at the end of her set, he shot his shot and it worked. So they exchanged phone numbers. They started talking like 2.5 weeks in of texting and talking. They went on their first date. The first date was everything. Chemistry was popping. Her conversation was everything he was looking for. He was a perfect gentleman, pulling out chairs, paying for checks. They went on like 4, 5, 6 dates. So they've been talking and dating for now about 6 months.
Okay.
She hit him with, hey, but let's do dinner at my crib tonight. And if you're comfortable, you could bring an overnight bag. So he was like, yeah, I'm finally going to smash.
6 months and they never said
no. It was very chaste. Yes.
You have to wait for that.
Yes, it was very chaste. So he was like, oh, it's going down. He put on his finest of finery, smelling all good, get ready, get his bag packed, show up to the house, ring the doorbell. She answered the door. Her house a mess. She knew he was coming because they set the date. House a mess. He was like, all right. Could be a messy day. She might have had rehearsal all day, out whatever. She orders out dinner and hands him a plastic fork. He's like, oh no, I need like a real fork. Where your fork's at? He goes in the kitchen. All the forks are dirty in the sink. So he starts washing the fork and washing her dishes. And she's like, no, you don't have to wash them. It's fine. So he just washes his fork, washes her a fork. They sit down. They start eating.
He washes the fork.
They turn the TV on. Her cable ain't working. So she's like, oh, it's been out for a couple days. And he's like, oh, I'll fix it. I got you. He's back there fiddling with wires, doing his thing, making sure it's on the right input.
I mean, I didn't pay the bill.
It still ain't working. He's like, call them. They'll send a signal to your box. Call them, and they flat out, you haven't paid the bill. That's why your cable's out. It's skipping my mind. Let me pay it. She pays the bill. Cable comes on. The night continues.
Right, Ash.
They have this conversation, still amazing. Conversation still great. Food was fine because they ordered out whatever. It's clothes on the floor, clothes on the couch, but everything else is going swell. Time to get ready for bed. He goes in the bathroom to take a shower. Shorty ain't got no shower curtain.
Damn.
The towel on the floor. So he like, damn, you taking like jail showers. Like, why ain't no curtain in here?
Maybe she take baths.
So, right. So he's like, all right. He still continues the night. She's already in the bedroom. So he goes to the bedroom. The bedroom's just as junky as the living room was, but she moved the clothes off the bed.
Wow.
They kissing, they making out. She's like, let me go to the bathroom real quick. So she goes to the bathroom, comes back out. And at this point, he figured she probably went to freshen up. Let me make sure I'm as fresh as I can be because it's probably about to go down. So he's like, well, let me run to the bathroom real quick. When she come out, he go into the bathroom. She peed, and he knows she peed because she ain't flushed the toilet. So he said that he literally said out his mouth, oh, you dirty, dirty. Like to himself when he saw that she didn't flush the toilet.
I want to go home.
He goes back in the room. They have the sex.
I was going to say, wasn't there toilet paper in the toilet?
They still did it.
They had the sex.
Niggas ain't nothing,
right,
y'all.
They had the sex. He goes home. Now, he's like, though, I can't deny that I'm not feeling this side of her, and I need to figure out a way to say it. So my question to y'all is, one, do you feel like it's worth saying? Do you feel like 6 months in, it's worth you trying to see if this is a psychological issue, if she's just lazy, whatever the case may be? Or do you feel like, oh, nah, 6 months, oh, well, I that's fine, I'll move on. It's dirt. your threshold for done deal, shut it down?
Okay, if this was 6 months of me dating, but I already knew the person, well, I guess I would have known that then.
Well, they didn't know they met out.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
yeah, I know that. But if I just met you, then I can't see myself even saying anything. I'd be like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to
Be done with
cut
that
the
person.
ties right now because.
But everything else is great. The conversation is wonderful. Y'all want the same things in life. They're where they need to be financially. Their swag is right. Everything else is wonderful.
No. Because my thing is, like, I don't care if I had to eat off a plastic where I come to your house. I'm not.
Right? Was he
like,
bougie for that?
That was bougie. Like,
Okay.
you can eat
A
off-
taste. Just
Like,
a taste.
I'm like.
Especially if y'all ordered out. Now, if
Right.
she cooked and had, but even if she cooked and had paper plates
Like,
and forks, I'm like, well, she don't want to make dishes.
Right.
That's a little bougie
but
for him.
It's like, it was bougie for him, but it's just like, I mean, girl, you could have put the dishes in the dishwasher or something.
My thing is, you knew he was coming.
Right.
So
you should
even
prepared.
if, right.
Like, even if you did a quick little, like, let me just toss some stuff.
Right.
Like, you should have done something.
But
But,
she
like,
made me feel like, why front? I am a messy person. They exist. And I happen to be her.
It's a difference.
Yeah.
You got messy and you got trifling.
Yeah.
Messy is I may leave clothes on the floor.
Okay.
They,
What
they
was the what
clean,
over the
they might be
trifling?
clean clothes, but it's just I was looking for something to wear.
You're right.
That's messy.
So when did it cross over into trifling?
Trifling was dirty dishes in the sink.
When you know
Trifling
somebody's
was-
and you invited me
in
to
the
come over
toilet.
to eat.
And you didn't flush. Like,
That's trifling.
Flushing the toilet takes not even 2 seconds.
Not
Like,
even.
Come on, you could have flushed the toilet.
Is dirt a deal breaker for you?
Well, here's my thing. 6 months in, I have invested a lot. 6 months, let's be clear. 6 months is a long time.
Especially in your 30s.
Yeah.
In
It
your
is
20s,
a
it
long
ain't too much.
That's
In your
a
mid 30s, 6
long
months is a long
time.
time.
It's a long time to get to know somebody, to be dating somebody consistently.
It's everyday talking, everyday texting. You're kind
So
of.
I feel like I would address all of
You
that.
didn't even come to the person's house. I feel like it might be easier to just break it off.
But I think they were looking at it as like that's like a next step. That was like a new phase for them. Like you get to come into my space. Granted, her space
Right.
was a mess, but because even he was like, oh, like she invited me over. I've never been there. I didn't go on the first date. It wasn't that kind of thing.
Well, I can imagine what the first date looked like. I mean, 6 months we into this, and your house
Right.
is trifling. I can only imagine.
How it looked.
My
how it
thing
looked
is
the day
like
one.
she's
Wow.
trying to be like, oh, it's been out a couple of days. The cable.
The cable,
Girl,
yeah.
you knew you was
now,
there, Bill.
to me, that is a huge red flag
Indication,
when I'm
yeah.
looking for somebody to be a life partner, because I see it as you have no control over your finances.
Well,
you have you. Where's your mind?
Well, I don't know. Because what if finances, because I've been there, finances had just got a little bit too tight. I had to pay this or this. Cable is not a necessity
True.
when you're single and living alone.
But she should have just been upfront and said, like, my cable out right now.
Right.
She lied. Yeah, I didn't have to pay.
Like,
She did
I
lie.
paid
Had him
it.
back there fidgeting with wire and
Right.
stuff.
No,
Come on
The second
now.
I'm like,
No, but that ain't
Girl,
gonna
like, you
fix
don't
it.
gotta do
Too
all
much.
that. Like,
Right.
You lied, and now you'll have your part.
And if you were woman enough to stand in your messy truth, why not stand in your I didn't pay my bill truth?
True.
Are you picking and
Right,
choosing?
exactly. Like, it's,
Because that's the way of her life. Her way of life is, I'm gonna live like this, and it's okay.
I don't expect everybody I know to have a pristine house 24/7,
I don't.
especially if you got
I
kids
don't.
and things like that. But if you are inviting people to come over,
then I expected
Straight
to
and
do
clean up.
a little something.
Clean up.
especially
I mean, clean
now
it
you
up.
my good Judy, and I pop up on you. One, I'm not going to judge you. You my good Judy.
Right.
I might be like, what you mean do? Fold a towel? I got you. But if this is a romantic relationship, supposedly,
Right.
now,
Like-
he asked me, what should he do? So I had some questions for him. I was like, well, how much are you really feeling this girl? How much of a future do you really see?
6
Because
months
if it was 6 months and it was fun, but you're not getting no butterflies or those sparks, then
Right.
don't beat yourself over it. Let it go. But if you honestly felt like she was the one and this is the one thing that's blocking you, I would press her for a little more information. Like, okay, babe, I just got, when I came over, I saw it was closed around. What was happening that day? Is that how it normally is, or did they just get to you? Did you have a double rehearsal? And if she's honestly just like, I don't see it as a big deal. When my friends come and look like this, my family come and look this, I don't see it as a big deal. There's nothing wrong with it. Then it's for him to either make her step up a little more, like, well, listen, babe, I'm gonna need you because if we and maybe pose it in a nice way. If we're talking about eventually having kids together, I wouldn't want our kids to live like this. Yeah. I want more for them.
Somebody, this is like something that he has to ask himself. Like somebody I was dating at one point in time, they didn't like something I did or my behavior at one point in time, and they asked themselves that question because I asked them, well, things were going great. I thought, so I thought things were going great. And they asked themselves, could I live like this? And the answer was no. So, I mean, because of that, I was like, oh, okay, well, I understand that. You can't live like that. I get it. I'm not happy that things have to end.
So you wasn't willing to change it for them?
This is me.
Right. And that might be where she was. Like,
and that's fine.
This is me.
But he has to ask himself that question. Can I
live
with
deal breaker?
Another 6 months to a year?
Is dirt your deal breaker? Is that a deal breaker for you? If you go to somebody's house and it's just filthy?
The first time I come to your house, yes. I don't want to go.
If they get comfortable as time goes on around you, that's one
then
thing.
I get it because we don't all keep a clean
Like
to the T household all day long.
If I'm just now meeting you. We've been dating for 6 months, and this is the first time
you invited me over.
Right, I didn't pop up on you. We planned this a week ago.
This is the first time. Like, it doesn't have to be.
You could have stayed in my house for all that.
Right, you could have went back in.
I'm giving you a pass because I'm like, it doesn't have to be spick and span, but I expect something.
Spider-Man.
Get over there now.
You want the Spider-Man?
We're recording. Edit this up. So it doesn't have to be spick and span, but what?
So it doesn't have to be spick and span. Well, I mean, no, it doesn't have to be spick.
On date one,
it does. I wouldn't say spick and span. Like, it just needs to be clean. Okay, have your shit together.
True.
And don't go in the bathroom and piss and let me come behind you and you ain't flush.
The first time at your house, even though I've already met you and known you, this is still like another introduction into another side of it. Put your best foot forward.
Even if that ain't how you.
As a woman, I never thought I would hear the day when women went into the bathroom, peed, and didn't flush or wash their hands. Because my thing is, if you ain't flushed the toilet, you ain't wash it. He ain't wash your hand.
And she probably came back and was like, come here. All this was like,
get off me! Get your fingers off my face, Rob. I mushed you.
Like, just imagine, like, and he went in there. Like,
oh my God.
And he ain't go in there.
But he still smashed.
Exactly. So obviously he didn't care
that lets you know right there, y'all.
You ain't
for the onlooking viewers, niggas ain't nothing.
I didn't hear that much.
You could be trifling.
Right.
Your wig can be twisted up or whatever the case may be.
They still gonna smash.
They gonna smash.
But they going to contemplate later. Should they stay with you?
Right.
Exactly.
And you shouldn't have,
so
when you
my thing is on these dates,
you should have went home.
Yep.
Oh. So as soon as she opened the door, you should have walked in and was like, "Oh, this ain't gonna work."
Well, no, he could have just ate dinner and left. Like, just be nice.
Because mind you, she said that they plan to pack an overnight bag.
But he brought his bag in the house. So it would be noticeable that, he bought a bag. But
I'm not going to stay.
You can, like, be like,
you got your whole duffel bag.
I thought you were staying.
I got it.
Not here.
Like,
you probably got roaches too.
But you could lie.
You probably got roaches on top of
that. So you said it would be, if it was date one, things were clean, but they get more comfortable as time goes on. If messiness to a certain extent is still a deal breaker for you, and now, all right, let's say 6 months in, she kept it clean. You know what I'm saying? On the first day he came over, stuff was spick and span, so it was great. Now 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, he would go over there, off, and now we're almost a year in, and her true triflingness is starting to show.
Wow.
Now you're more vested. Right. Would you rather have seen it in the beginning, like she tried to show it to you, or would you rather her cover it up and say?
So you being a married woman, did you always show your true colors from Jump Street, or did you let them exactly?
I acted like I ain't
unraveled a little bit.
Act like I ain't poop. No, actually, that's a lie.
Okay.
When me and my husband were dating, I pooped with the door, or I shit with the door open.
Did you?
Yeah, because I do it when he's not here. So I was like,
you know, it's funny. I still do it with the door closed, and I'm on my
I was
window.
by yourself. Now I'm supposed to do it because I got kids and they nosy. But so that would be a lot on my part. Now, did I straighten up a little more than it always was? Yes. When he wasn't there, absolutely I did. So in some parts I did, some parts I didn't.
Because you just knew he wasn't gonna. And so
Well,
that's my thing. Should we wait 6 months for me to see you where you live at? That's a long. Again, that's a long time.
Like, so even if she wanted to be chaste and not have sex sooner, he could have been.
We gotta have sex.
He could have been to the house sooner.
Yeah.
True.
Let me see how you live. Let me see how you conduct yourself.
Like half a year and I haven't been to your house.
We never had a Netflix and chill.
Like nothing.
And us being in our 30s, we're not dating just to be dating. Like at this point now, you should be dating for life partnership.
Exactly.
Yeah, that thing.
So I feel her that she wanted to wait to have sex. I'm not mad at her for that.
Yeah, I ain't mad at her either.
Me personally too, I want to see how you live too, and I don't want to wait 6 months to do that. Kept it clean.
I'll say he's bougie for expecting to want to have a fork,
the regular fork.
But I think she's trifling for not having washed dishes in her sink.
When I say that would have pissed me off, like
you too good for this plastic fork?
I'm like, here's the fork.
Cause I be sitting here eating like,
and then you sit here like, I eat off her.
I need a metal
fork and glass plates, and I'm gonna be looking like
you're doing too much.
Can she live with that?
Right. Maybe she expects a standard of her. Maybe he expects a standard of her that she doesn't want to step up to, and she feels like I'm not gonna bend over backwards.
Because at this point, he's not the only one with he don't have the ball. The ball's not in his court.
Right. She might have saw some of that as red flags on his part. Why do you need the TV so bad? We could have sat here and talked.
Right.
I wasn't working. I didn't.
As a matter of fact, I don't want to watch TV. We're on a date.
True.
Exactly.
Let's get to know each other more. Ask me about my finances. Ask me about my housekeeping skills.
Right. So she may have
if
her
own
questions
because he going to you.
True.
Right.
And he should go to her.
Right, and she could be going to somebody else like, girl, he wanted a metal fork.
What do you think? I got plastic.
Right. So triflingness or dirt is a deal breaker for y'all if it's the first impression of the house.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, definitely.
And if it comes up later, then
she had a lot of red flags.
Later, then maybe we can work on it more.
You feel more obligated to work on it because you're now more vested.
Right.
Her not flushing the toilet is just enough for me. I'm like, ew. Because my thing is, if you didn't flush the toilet, you did not wash your hands. I know you didn't.
She got it.
I know you didn't.
I'm like, did you even wipe?
Okay. I teach preschoolers, and when they don't flush the toilet, when I hear them flush, I know they didn't wash their hands. 9 times out of 10, I'm like, do you wash your hands? Oh. And they run back in the bathroom.
Get your ass back in there and wash your hands.
I would feel a way. I come over and I can't even sit on the couch without you moving clothes. Like, you knew I was coming. You knew I was coming.
And then why did you allow me to go behind your TV and fidget with these
and
wires?
You know you were
Just say, babe. Listen,
she probably was sitting
I'll be
there
real
and
with you.
her like,
I'd be like, look, don't even bother with the TV.
Right. It's off.
We want to play games.
Yeah.
It's off, okay?
If you go to a boy's house or a girl's house on day one, the first date in the home,
right?
Do you expect the TV to be on? Is that like a
I don't.
What's that
called?
Like
I'm not gonna watch
icebreaker?
TV anyway. Me personally, I don't like dates where we go to the movies anyway, because if we're going on a date, I want to talk.
Unless I really know
but I feel like especially the getting
unless we're already together.
It has to be the getting to know you dates. If we're still getting to know each other, we can't do that at the movies.
Yeah.
I need to talk. We need to laugh.
Unless
Let's go play the game.
And we're going out to dinner
so
afterwards.
6 months in,
like,
he
discuss
knew
the
her.
movie.
Well, he thought he knew her. 6 months in, he assumed he knew her.
Right.
He thought.
And he felt like, well, let's watch TV. You know. But
I was just still banging up like.
He thought he was gonna be Mr. Fixer. I got you, baby.
I got you. She
and she like this.
That's your coax cord. He think he know what he's doing.
They're like, please, God, let him blow up or something.
Oh, just call it. Just send the signal.
Like,
I don't want to call. And she called right down.
Yeah.
I would be like, it's an outage. I heard.
I'm
it's
like,
an outage.
nah. I got an email. Just yeah, I got an email
I
right there.
feel like at 6 months in, even if you haven't been to my house, we should have a good understanding of who each other is. But I should be able to say to you, babe, I ain't paid a bill. I ain't had that many gigs this month. As you know, we've been talking for the last 6 months.
I got behind some other stuff that was more impressive.
That they had was like surface
superficial.
level. Yeah, because
Maybe.
obviously.
Because judging from what he said,
Who waits 6 months to go to somebody's house?
it was. Child.
Like, come on.
They doing it these days now, child. Not me.
Me either.
Out there in YouTube land. I'm not waiting 6 months.
No, I wanna see you in your element.
Right.
Yeah.
Not even to be nosy. I'm not gonna be going through your medicine cabinet.
So
I just want to
that's
see
my
you
thing.
in
Like,
your
so
natural
what did their
habitat.
relationship consist of throughout these 6
Outings
months?
on dates and dates at his house. She never spent the night though. They never had sex, but he would have dates at his house. But most of the time, they would go out to restaurants.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be me because I would want to see the other person's house. I'm
Me
like,
too.
what are you? A
I
killer?
want to
Why
know-
can't I come to your house? You got
So-
some bodies in there.
Right.
Like,
Do you know if they're still dating or?
He said he tried to reach out to her. He took my advice
Okay.
and was like, all right, I do like her, so let me try to bring it to her in a nice way. So he said he brought it to her in a nice way through a text message and a phone call.
Text
And
message.
she did not take it well. She cussed him out. Fuck you. Who the hell do you think you are?
Who the
you
fuck
want
do
too
you
much.
think you-
Right. Like
You ain't messing with
bougie.
no average bitch boy.
You don't want nothing real. You want TV love. You want the fake. That's not real. I was giving you something authentic. And then so he had to snap back like, you ain't had no shower curtain. And you know, all that kind of stuff. So it ended.
Okay. First of all, how do you take a shower without a shower curtain?
Yeah.
I've never
she's
experienced
taking a
that.
whore bath. She like,
She in a hot spot.
In the hot spots, and you want her singing and stuff with your musty ass arms. You don't like it. Don't want it.
maybe she's taking baths. She's taking baths. Like, I mean, if you go to my house, you might see a few little dishes in the sink.
Me too.
But
But
if I invited
Every
you
time I
over,
knew penis was on the way, my dishes were done, my bed was made.
The
no food
sidewalk was
around.
vacuumed. You hear me? Bitch, I gotta get the sidewalk. That's right.
That's like,
Yeah, we're not talking about me.
So that's what we gotta say on the matter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Ciao.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And meet me back here next Tuesday for another Convos with Cleo. The sidewalk.
the sidewalk.
Listen.
You're the best one outside, like,
I had to clean my tub out faithfully when I had to hook
Oh
up.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm like, I don't know what they're gonna do.
I'm up under the bed.
If they want to get in the tub after we get to do it,
And it'll be fresh.
I'm gonna clean this tub real
I'm
good.
buying plugins.
Hell
but
yeah.
you can walk in my house like, what's that?
Yes.
Good in
I'm
here.
like,
Yes.
Oh, your house clean.
yes.
Your house clean. Oh, you smell good. Your house clean. I was not.